No more. It is Joinen. And welcome to people getting murdered by words. People being shut down so hard that it's like they died. But they didn't. But it's kind of like they did because of how much they were wrecked. Obviously, some of these tweets may have some mature words in them. I'm not gonna read them, but they will be there on screen. If you share this video with your kids or something, you don't want them seeing that, then let them know. But otherwise, we're continuing on. Let them know. I mean, I guess in that situation, you'd not get them to watch it rather than just, hey, by the way. Sucks to be an electric car owner in Texas right now. I'm just gonna wait for people to learn that gas pumps require electricity to pump gas. Oh, right, when the electricity stopped working. You can't get gas either. You know what you can do is charge your electric car with solar though. So, dang, the benches were fluffing up the budget that much? That's crazy. New York City subway. Hi, Jeremy. Benches were removed from stations to prevent the homeless people from sleeping on them. Jeez. We have inconvenienced you and made the station more inaccessible to the pregnant, disabled, and elderly. But you must understand, that lets us inflict further misery on people without homes. Jeez. That is... Homeless people can't sleep on benches if there aren't no benches around. New York City subway. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, that's shocking. Yeah, because it's not just the homeless. Pregnant, disabled, elderly, anyone. People also, like, anyone needs a seat. But no, we'll take away the homeless people's spot to sleep. Oh well, no benches. I guess they'll sleep on the cold, hard ground. That's exactly right. Like, it's not gonna stop them from being there. It's just gonna put them on the ground instead of on the bench. So, like, have some human decency. Let them just sleep on the bench. You don't think universal healthcare qualifies as a charity handout? It's people financing other people's problems. Hey Trent, if your house catches on fire, I don't want my taxes to go towards financing your problems with my charitable handouts. Be a fluffin' man and call around to get some quotes on quality firefighting services. Financing other people's problems. We're really getting into the weeds with this video, straight off the bat. Imagine thinking healthcare is like undeserved. Why is helping other people a bad thing? What? But it helps other people. Some of my money goes towards helping other people. America moment. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of America moments in these. With these handmade keychains that go for $5 each, this 8-year-old boy raised $4,015 to erase the lunch debt of students from his school and 6 others. 8-year-old does months of manual labor so his friends, who are children, can afford to eat without going into debt. Yeah, that's pretty sad, which is probably also an America moment. That being said, there was no free lunch in Australia either, so. 8-year-old boy raised 4,000 bucks? That's insane. And he's just like, yeah, here guys, have some lunch. They always make it sound so inspirational when it's actually depressing. Yeah. Look at this studious little boy. Putting his hands to some good work, selling out little keychains and stuff. And look, he managed to feed everyone. This is a great story. This is good news, people. Kids sold 803 keychains. Dang. Who, oh no. Who will be the next star of The Bachelor? Oh my goodness. Oh, which one? How do we choose? How do we choose? There's 2 green shirts. So... maybe purple shirt? I have a sneaking suspicion that the next bachelor will be a dark-haired, square-headed white man with stubble and a more-on-top haircut that inexplicably costs $85. Meet Graydon, Braden, Traden, and O'Caden. Oh my goodness. Bachelor casting's got a type. This is how people steal money, by suing corporations over nonsense. Just like that lady who sued McDonald's for spilling coffee over her dumb butt. McDonald's served their coffee at 190 degrees, which is hot enough to leave 3rd-degree burns in just 3 seconds of contact with skin. They knew this and decided to serve the coffee at 190 degrees because it had a longer shelf life than serving it at a standard 160 degrees. They calculated that burn-related lawsuits would cost less than just wasting coffee that wasn't good anymore. They risked people getting deadly burns to save money. And when the big lawsuit happened, they slandered the victim who had 3rd-degree burns on 16% of her body and nearly died from shock. They painted her out to be dumb for not realizing that coffee would be hot and made it seem like a frivolous lawsuit of someone who was trying to scam them. Also, literally all the victim, Stella Layback, wanted was that McDonald's pay her $20,000 medical bills because she was poor and Medicaid wouldn't cover them. Then the media made her out to be a greedy scammer. Oh, this was after McDonald's had 700 burn-related lawsuits from the previous decade. Dang. These are the ones that've been child's play. Murder by words. This one, this one slaps. That's nasty. That's nasty that McDonald's is like, yeah, that's right. We can probably afford some lawsuits. Wasting some coffee though. Can't have that. Jonah Hill slips into his black wetsuit for surf day in Malibu before showing off his tattoos while going shirtless to towel himself off. I don't think I ever took my shirt off in a pool until I was in mid-30s, even in front of family and friends. Probably would have happened sooner if my childhood insecurities weren't exacerbated by years of public mockery about my body by press and interviewers. So the idea that the media tries to play me by stalking me while surfing and printing photos like this and it can't faze me anymore is dope. I'm 37 and finally love and accept myself. This isn't a good for me post, and it's definitely not a feel bad for me post. It's for the kids who don't take their shirt off at the pool. Have fun. You're wonderful and awesome and perfect. All my love. Dang. Murdered with kindness. Murdered by being a good person, a good lad. Exacerbated. Soft C? Got it. I'll remember that for next time. Welcome to Joinen Learns How to Read. Why paparazzi? Yeah, it's a good point. Sometimes the titles, like, we were waiting for the Murdered by Words, but we didn't even address this. The fact that he just says Jonah slips into a black wetsuit for a surf day in Malibu. It's like, okay. Before showing off his tattoos while going shirtless to towel himself off. Showing off his tattoo. He's putting his shirt back on. He's gonna dry himself off and put his shirt back on. He literally went for a surf, and that is a headline. And the paparazzis are like zooming in on him with their insane telephoto lenses. Oh, jeez, people are gonna love this. He's got his shirt off. Wonder if I'll ever meet anyone whose experience of COVID was worse than flu. My oxygen saturation was 58. If my wife hadn't taken me to A and E, I would have died within hours. I had blood clots in my lungs and bleeds or clots in my brain. Lost sight in eye, hearing in ear, feeling in toes. Flu? I haven't met you. Yes. I was due some good luck at some point this year. It's so funny because, like, this seems like a joke, I haven't met you, but it's also just him doubling back on what his point even was. Wonder if I'll ever meet anyone whose experience of COVID was worse than flu. And then he's like, oh no, see, what I was talking about is I was just genuinely interested if I'll ever meet someone. And so, yeah, you had an experience and I respect that. But I guess I haven't met you. We know that's not what you were saying. Start a business, $999. Too much. Buy a new iPhone, $999. No problem. Healthy groceries, $100. Too much. Dinner and drinks, $100. No problem. Watch Netflix, 2 hours. One more episode. Learn a new skill, 2 hours. No time. Life is about choices. Stop blaming the lack of opportunity. 1, you have to be extremely lucky to start a successful business for $999. 2, we buy our phones on monthly installments of $27, and it's tough to afford that sometimes. 3, for a family of 4, regular dang groceries cost $100 or more. Healthy food is way more. 4, folks who can regularly afford $100 for dinner and drinks are not struggling financially. They aren't the people you think you're talking to. 5, I can't speak for everyone, but I can't remember when I last had the time to watch 3 hours of television. Usually 30 minutes is pushing it. 6, if you can learn a new skill well enough to be useful in 2 hours, you either already knew how to do it or are a child prodigy. Congratulations. You idiots are completely delusional about the challenges poor and working class families face in America. America is this whole thing is about America. America moment. You know what the worst one is? Like, everybody knows when people are like, oh, what? Money? Why are you spending your money on things instead of spending your money on being successful? Everyone's like, yeah, just shut up. Nobody buys that. The one that people buy, though, that ticks me off more than anything is the people who are like, what do you mean you don't have any time? You spend like 8 hours a night sleeping. Get up there. Get at it. What are you doing? Do you know what time Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wakes up to start working out? 2 a.m. What are you doing at 2 a.m.? Sleeping? Dreaming about chicken nuggets? Trying to stay alive. Sleep. Sleep, people. Get dang sleep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you think you'll be more successful without sleep. If it costs you sleep, it's not worth it. Sleep is how you live. You know what time I saved by sleeping an extra hour? Probably years of my life. I'm not gonna die at 60 because I've been sleeping 2 hours a night so that I can get up and grind. Even the people who get up early go to bed way earlier as well. Not all of them. There's so many people who are oh, why not? Why can't you function on 4 hours? I do it every day and I'm just fine. It's okay, sure. Yeah, I guess there are people who can function on 4 hours. I would probably say I still don't think it's healthy. But even if you are fine with 4 hours, here's the crazy thing. Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody needs a different amount of sleep in their lives. I just think that telling people to sleep less and get at it, it's missing the point. Give $600 to a poor person and it's gone in a week. Give $600 to a rich person and it's multiplied 10 times in a few years or less. We got another dumb money one. What is that even supposed to mean? Yeah, you give $600 to a poor person and it's gone because they don't have any money. They're happy to have the $600. You give $600 to a rich person, they're like, okay, cool. And it goes in the bank account. Here, let me fix that for you. Give $600 to someone with no money and they have no choice but to use it to survive. Give $600 to someone whose needs are already fully met and they can sit on it all they want. Hey, that's literally what I just said. I'm murdered with words. I didn't even need the cue. That's such a dumb take. It's just truth. It's just, yeah, that's how it goes. People who don't have much money would benefit a lot from $600. You witnessed here first. Joinen committed murder. With my words. I'm proud of you, Joinen. Thank you. Everybody should always remember their first murder. Teach your kids about socialism by making them clean the bathroom. Then pay them $10. Then take 7 of those back and give those $7 to their siblings who didn't work. I bet your child won't be a socialist for long. Oh my gosh. That's literally capitalism though. Worker does all the work. Most of the profits go to the boss who sat around doing nothing. Teach kids about socialism, capitalism. I don't know if it's even I guess it should be taught in schools, but you get your 5-year-old. All right, kiddo, get in the bathroom and go learn a thing or two about socialism. Let's see who turns out a socialist now at the fresh age of 6. Disney, there's room for everyone under the rainbow. Happy Pride Month. Oh, yes. Thank you, brand. Disney privately, cut the gay scene. We might lose precious pennies from Russia and China. Disney publicly, honk honk. We put rainbow bumper sticker on Lightning McQueen today. Consume our products, teens. The money. Who knew? In some markets, there's money in being supportive of Pride Month. Other markets, not so much, but that's fine because we've got different accounts. We've got US accounts and we've got other, Russian accounts. Easy. We keep everyone happy. We keep getting that money. What are we talking about? I always thought Disney was the epitome. It was the absolute epitome of moralness, of morals, of good stuff. Them all take me a slurp of moral juice is what Disney says every morning. For we are a good company that only do good. Just like our founding father. Stick to lifting and making movies. Snowflake is a title you do not want. Oh, someone picking a fight with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Arnold chimes in. I never mind picking up new titles. Mr. Universe, Mr. Olympia, Terminator, Governor. If you want to call me Snowflake, that's fine. It would have been a fantastic Mr. Freeze line. But let me give you some advice. If you're going to call someone a snowflake because they believe in a different policy than you might want to look in the mirror. When you see an idea you disagree with, you can get angry or you can learn. I'd recommend you research and learn and grow. You can still disagree. That's the best part about being but at least you can disagree with the evidence and analysis. We can all be better if we don't simply react. Pause, reflect, learn, and then decide if you still want to call someone a snowflake. Good luck with everything. It was a kind message there, Arnie. Good job. Love the work. Love the, like, it's just funny, the implication that you're not allowed to disagree if you're not American. Americans, yeah, they can disagree. That's actually one of the great things about being American. You know, if we're gonna list them, number 1, Eagles. Number 2, buy a gun at Walmart. Number 3, you're allowed to disagree. Guess you could say he was terminated. Terminated by words. I can't legally disagree with you, Joinen. I'm not American. Yeah. There must be a lot of Americans in chat because, boy, do I get a lot of disagreement. You know what? It holds up, though. Most of the time, the things we argue about are like American things, about like whether coriander and cilantro are the same thing, which they are. But it's the Americans who will tell me that it's not. It's go time. You want the roast? Then let's go. Hashtag National Roast Day. What you got? Says Hooters. Uniforms our employees can wear in the winter. Got him. Hooters is such a weird idea to me. It seems like something that would have existed like in the 80s. And then it's just, for some reason, it's still around. How likely are you to recommend Xfinity from Comcast to your friends and family? 0. Not likely at all. Why? You charged me $140 for early termination despite my military orders to move. This violates the Service Members Civil Relief Act of 2003. You still have not refunded it. Why? You broke the law. Joinen, this is Murder by Words. Murder isn't wholesome. Look, not everything we look at on this channel has to be wholesome, and by no means everything we look at on this channel is wholesome at all. It's not. A lot of it is definitely not. Wholesomeness, first of all, is a branding step that I will probably be taken away from because people think it means all sorts of things. But what I try to push in a very, look at me, I am a good YouTuber kind of way, it's not about the topics. It's about your approach towards the topics and your approach towards people and the situations in general. We can all be wholesome, despite the unwholesome world that we live in. Be wholesome, my friends. And buy it. It's written on this shirt in Japanese. And go check out my gaming channel. Or Joinen Continues, where the show continues, you get bits from the stream that don't end up in videos. We have all sorts of conversations. They're fun channels. They'll link down below. They'll also be on the cards at the end of this video. Bye! Make sure not to miss the new big event. There's a big event that I am holding on Twitch. It's gonna be Friday the 13th, so that it's easy to remember, 12 p.m. Except for the fact that it's not that easy to remember because if you live in the US, it's actually the day before, like 10 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be declassifying another Joinen video that cannot be shown on YouTube due to copyright purposes. Completely disallowed from being shown on YouTube. Not just not monetizable, can't even be shown. So that's why we're showing it over on Twitch. 7-second riddles. It is the final video about 7-second riddles and about how their channel is dying. Make sure you're there. It's gonna be fun.